You know I do not try to worry about getting places in a hurry, because I know I'll never be on time. Doesn't really matter. Oh, what I'm singing, I'm not the Mad Hatter.
I mean, you're smiling, but was that really that clever? Probably not. Whatever. Let's take it out, boys.
This is what we do in Montreal. Make this song. Don't have no plans. But we still come up here and got the groove to make you move. And this halftime.
All right, you are listening to week number 242 of MoJamMondays
here on RainierAvenueRadio.world
and live at Nectar Lounge in Fremont, Seattle. This is KZ.
And I am Mo of MoJam. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a jam band on stage right now featuring Michel Boyer, a guitarist, local hero in town. And
let's go ahead and let them close out their jam, and then we'll come back and tell them a little bit about what MoJamMondays is.
Yeah, MoJam is your jam.
Yeah, let's take it to the stage.
Thank you very much.
MoJamMondays, y'all. TJ on the vocals, Michael on the drums. Give it up for these guys. Addison on the bass. Zach, Art on the keys. Also Will on the congas. Thank you very much. Up next, we got James on the vocals. Davy on the drums. Alex on the bass. Boyer and John.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and we are back already. We told you we'd be back, and we're back. Welcome.
Sometimes we just don't know, because what's happening on stage, Mo? Tell the people.
Well, what's happening is we put bands of strangers on stage, and we have them make it up and figure out what they're going to do, even before they meet each other most of the time. And it's a lot of fun, and you never know what's going to happen. It's always new up here.
And so that is why it is a jam, and why we don't know exactly how long the song's going to be.
But you do know it's yours, because MoJam
is yo jam.
Yeah, baby. All right, I better go help Davy host, because he's going to play next.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay, I won't go yet.
So right now, actually, we've got our audio producer for James Street. He's up on the stage, otherwise known as Labrador. He's got some new music coming out, so stay tuned to Rainier Avenue Radio.
World.
It's community, and so they're hollering about each other, all the show hosts, and what they've got going on. It's kind of like what we do here at MoJamMondays.
Yeah, community, all about unity.
That's right. So if you've got something going on in the Seattle-ish area and you want our listeners to know about it, hit us up at mojampresents@gmail.com or Facebook or Instagram or our website, mojampresents.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, hey, I think we've got a second here, because the musicians are getting put up on stage, and they're, plugging in and doing whatever. Do you want to tell our listeners what we've got coming up on in October?
Yeah. In October, coming up next week, September 17th, we have MoJamMondays Week 243 featuring Jack Willis. He's an amazing vibraphonist, percussionist, and drummer extraordinaire in Seattle, and we're really excited to have him here on our stage. I think it's our second time we're featuring him, and last time Charles Xavier Moss did an amazing portrait of him. with his vibraphone.
Yeah, he ended up making postcards out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were really, really cool. And that was like, wow, about 2 years ago.
I know, yeah.
So, all right, I'm looking forward to that show of Vibraphonist. So we won't be live on Rainier Avenue Radio, but I'll bet you it'll pop up in a best of episode somewhere in the near
Yes, it will,
future.
Yes.
And then the next week when we are live again, it's September 24th. We're going to be featuring
Freddie Fuego.
Yeah, and he's a horn player. What's a play, Mo?
Oh yeah, he's a trombonist. He's one of our tromboner regulars.
Play on words, Mo. Play on words. All right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He's actually running the radio program that's going on right now.
Oh, and Davy's doing an intro. So, you know, we're talking about Bands of Strangers getting put on stage and making it up. We are about to see how that happens. If you're watching us on Facebook Live on the RainierAvenueRadio.world page, on the far left of the stage, you will see our guru, Dr. Wonderbread, sitting on his cajon over there.
We just featured him in one of our radio shows, our best of MoJamMondays episodes.
That's right. That's right.
He has been here since the beginning.
And he is the only person who has the honor of staying on stage.
Yes.
All right.
He's earned it. Here we go. This is Jam.
That's right.
Number 4.
Seattle
And we
music.
got James from Rainier Avenue Radio.
All right. Let's
Here
take
we
it to
go.
the
Go,
stage.
go, 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 go.
My homie called me up, he said he wanted to ask me a question. He said, well, how do you be happy? I said that it gotta manifest beyond your best behavior. And don't forget that you're different. You can't just ask him to listen, you gotta give him a reason. You know that you'll beat him. You already did. So everything I did, I got rid of. And now I'm out here sitting it down. And I'm running around, and so I found it once upon a time. Take it out, and I can take it back to my decline. But I keep rhyming and sit up now that I will side back and I fall back and just relax out here. Now I'll be acting out and shouting now. Never pouting, never down on myself again, because I'm up here elevating till the end, and I will send it, take it, now erase it, back into the basics, just walking and stepping and rhyming, spitting everything, and now I'm climbing up. So yeah. It wasn't what I wanted just from the beginning, and everything that's ending, and now I'm sending through the system, and this is just the blissful beginning. The things that I could do, and now I'm shining out, and just like a star, and now I'm wilding out, and man, it ain't that hard, so I won't stop, and I won't go too far, and I will keep it playing down like games, and this a card. Now I just stay, yeah. I be thinking of, and I just thinking of, and now I'm making up all this stuff and everything, and it was never enough, and so I do it, and I'm putting it out of love. So just walking and taking it all apart. Now and I will do it back before it all the start. So now I will out here, and now I will reward myself until I never fall off, and it's just cough like this was just the way it is, and I gotta think that in the future it'll all be different, and I can't get back to ripping and shredding, put it all to pieces now that I do, and I will just stay back, need to use everything that I could do. Did I have a clue? So now I just want to go buy a roof over my head and everything that led me just to this, and now I won't miss, and I just hit the kiss of death, and yeah, and so I know that I can now be the man, and I live.
Give it up for Alex on the bass, y'all.
So walk out on the stupid. See that I'm just out here acting wild and stupid, but this is all too foolish. I know that I was useless from this or not. I wish that I could see it and never miss. So this is just what it is here, and I will be out here all acting weird. And now I stare and just get back to steer down the road in my car, and I'll be walking along and doing this, and I just fall off the road all along. So now everything I'm doing my magic wand, it casting spells, and oh well, and I just wanna do this so swell that I can mean it. I'm dreaming, and now that I'll be wielding all of my weapons, y'all better back up and just get to stepping. So I
Show your love for James on the vocals, y'all. James from Rainier Avenue Radio.world. My man Art on the keys. Michel Boyer. Alex on the bass, y'all. KZ, take it away up there.
All right. That was Davy Nefos, our jam ambassador for MoJamMondays. And we are just getting going on week number 242 of this venture. So we are, go ahead. We're over 4.5 years in on this thing. So just stay tuned. James, I hope you're happy because that sounded really good from up here. All right. Thanks for doing that. So right now, actually, I just want to shout out another fella behind the scenes, and we probably can't see him because he stays in the dark, but hey, Wyatt.
Hey there.
Hey. So he is our backup audio pro who makes sure that everything works from the stage to the sound person for Nectar, making things sound good in the room so that it sounds good for our listeners on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And you partner with James, and it's quite an endeavor because we've got 10 instruments at a time on the stage here.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. So Wyatt, you know how much time we have? We have a minute. You want to tell the people who you are, because I'm finding out you're multifaceted.
Well, I'm a man of many talents, but my name's Wyatt. I work as an engineer in the Seattle area. I've done everything from corporate AV to live sound to studio recording, and probably a few things that I'm forgetting. Hey there.
All right. Well, we'll find out if the light is bright. If we can turn the light that way, let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
You can shine the light on you. There is Wyatt, the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
It's MoJamly, and there's a bunch of people that aren't necessarily on stage that really, put in the effort and have the commitment to help build this creative community. And so we appreciate you.
Thank you kindly.
All right. So it looks like they're about ready to get going on the stage again already. But for those who are watching on Facebook Live through the Rainier Avenue Radio.world Facebook page, I also have a regular MoJammer here who came up to join me. But I don't know if we're going to have time for a real conversation. But hey, David, you want to just say hey?
Hello.
Hi, David Lee.
First time doing something like this. It feels really surreal because I knew people did these interviews before, but now that I'm in the position of doing one, I'm like, wow, I'm up here.
So you're saying you've done interviews of other people?
No, I haven't done this interview before, but I was aware of the radio talk behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And now that I'm up here talking, it's really cool to be part of this experience and everything.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And you actually just told me right before we started this conversation that you just listened to our episode last night on the station.
Yes, I did. And I heard myself play actually, which is great.
And that was the Aaron episode.
Yep, it was.
Right on. So if you wouldn't mind, hang with me through this next jam, and we'll find out a little bit more about who you are.
Yeah.
All right. So I actually don't know that I know this female singer up here, but we do have our featured guitarist, Michel Boyer, up there. And we've got our bongo player, Frank West, who only gets to come out every once in a while. We got TJ Orgavan, and he plays for the Huskies. What is it, Blue Thunder, the Blue Thunder team, and he's there on the snare. And we've got Mo of MoJamMondays, who is a drummer, and that's why she started a music jam. But she's on drums, and I'll let Davy tell you about the other players after this jam. So let's take it to the stage because they are on.
My car just broke down. I left my baby for people. She was supposed to ride for me, but she didn't. She didn't ride like she was supposed to. And I said, why, baby? I said, why, baby? I left my baby for people. She was supposed to ride for me, but she didn't. Oh no, she didn't ride for me, no. I said, baby, why you look like that? Why you look like that, baby? Oh, hey. I met my baby for 2 months, and I said, are you so right for me? She looked good on the outside. I said I was supposed to ride you to work today, but hey, I met my baby for 2 months. Hey, you should ride for me, baby. I said, why you wanna do that so nice? I said, why you wanna do that so nice? You know I gotta get my money, baby. You know I gotta get my money. You know I gotta get my money, yeah. Hey. I met my baby for 6 months. She was a pretty young thing. She got like a white Oldsmobile. You know, I just brought her off the street. I said, bitch, why you gonna break down right now? I gotta go to work. I gotta get this money right now. I don't know. Can I share that with y'all? Can I share that with y'all? I met my baby for 2 months. She looked real good. 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 Hey. Give it up to everybody. Guitarist. Hey! She said she wouldn't lie to me, no. She said she wouldn't lie to me, no. I'm in my bed anymore. Hey, make it funky now. 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 Hey.
Give it up for Lucky on the vocals, y'all. Mo on the drums. Luke on the bass. Boyer and Ilya on guitar. Joe on the keys. Thank you, guys. TJ on the snare, of course, and Frank. Frank on the congas. All right, we're going to give Boyer a break. Take a break, Boyer. Thank you very much. Up next, we got Erin on vocals. Eric on the drums. Zach on the bass. TK on guitar. Cody on the keys. Come on up, guys. We're going to take it up to
on the drums. All right. And we are in the swing of week 242 of MoJamMondays, Seattle's largest all improv jam session, which means we're coming up on 5 years. And I've got with me David Lee, who we started talking to a little bit right before the last jam. So, hey.
Hello.
Hey. So you were just saying that you heard yourself playing on last week's episode.
That's right. Yeah, yesterday. I felt myself playing it. It was great to hear myself.
All right. You want to talk right into the microphone there.
Okay.
Because I know that you're not normally a vocalist.
No.
Nah. So, all right, this is a new practice for you.
Yeah, new experience.
So tell our listeners on RainierAvenueRadio.world and our viewers on the Facebook page, hey, what it is that you play and how'd you get started?
Yeah, so I started off with classical guitar, at the age of 10. So the nylon finger style. And then I think during my teenage years, I started getting into rock music, and that led me to blues music and blues rock. And I taught myself how to play the electric guitar on my own. And when I was 17, I came to the States. And yeah, I just played guitar as a hobby pretty much, and then got really good and thought, I'm not too bad. I should try jamming with other people and see where it goes from there. So that's what brought me to MoJam pretty much.
All right, how long have you been hanging here with the MoJamly?
I'd say about 6 months now.
Yeah,
Started
you've
in,
been
April.
pretty regular.
Yeah, I've been coming almost every week.
Right on. So what brings you out here?
It's a great way to share music, to get new musical ideas, because there's so many musical styles going on. It's a great way to just pick up different styles and just to share also what you have to bring. And it's like a great community of musicians being able to play and express themselves. That's what I love about MoJam.
You just told the story right there in a nutshell. That's a quotable quote, and that's exactly what MoJams is about. It's about players finding each other. It's about helping those who want to learn, and it's about learning from others all at the same time and finding community. Have you found folks to do things with outside of MoJams?
Yeah, I've been getting into jazz lately, so I've been trying to learn more jazz guitar, and I've been getting more connections into learning jazz, and then there's that side, and there are people who are also, into the blues and the rock, and got a couple of friends in that area too, so it's a great way to meet people into different styles of music.
All right. And I see actually we've got two totally newbies who showed up today and said they wanted to get on stage together, Erin and Eric, and they're going to come up and talk with me. But before we take it back to the stage to see what they got for us, where would our listeners and viewers find out more about you? Where would they follow you?
So I have an Instagram page. I haven't uploaded stuff in a while, but more content will come soon, I promise. It's David Lee Guitar. So David Lee, L-E-E, Guitar. That's it, yeah.
All right.
Instagram.
All right. So keep an eye out for Mr. David Lee and his 6 or 7 styles of guitar playing. And thanks for coming up and chatting with us.
It's great talking to you. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you on stage. Yeah.
I got a lucky penny from a girl that I know. Lucky penny. I just met the sweetest thing, yeah. Caught up in the Nectar Lounge on a Monday night, feeling bright. Oh, yeah. Got it lucky, got it lucky, got it lucky penny, yeah. Here it is, watching. There it is, watching. I feel so lucky, feeling funky, feeling lucky. Feeling lucky, feeling funky, baby. Ooh. hit a practical, mathematical, yeah. 'Cause that's just the way, that is just the way that I feel, way I dream, way I be. What's my name? Yeah, I'm Dr. Fun, baby. Ooh, yeah. Yo, I ain't never seen, never seen no people come together. Oh, I never seen people come together. Make music on the fire, on the improvisation. On the improvisation, I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen people come together. I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen people come together. And you know just what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, and you know, and you know, yeah, you know, yeah, you know, yeah, you know, just what I'm talking about, my baby. Yeah, you know, and you know, and you know. People come together. People come, people get together. I had never seen. I got my lucky penny, and I'm keeping it forever, forever. I never forget you. forget you, and I'll never forget you. This place, let me tell you, oh, this place. Let me tell you something about this place. Oh, it makes me move, oh, it makes me shake. I can't get enough about this place. Can't get enough of you. Ooh, can't get enough.
Give it up, y'all, for Erin on the vocal and Eric on the drums. New to MoJams. Thank you, guys. Zach on the bass, TK on guitar, Cody on the keys. We're gonna take it back up to KZ up there with Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Take it away.
Well, all right. So first timers, Erin and Eric, that stage, something fierce, and I expect that they'll be coming up to talk with me, hopefully, before we wrap up this episode on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. But in the meantime, I've got our featured artist, guitarist, Michel Boyer here with me. How you doing?
Hello, Seattle.
Hey.
And beyond.
That is true. We have worldwide watchers and listeners, and we're live both on our website and on the TuneIn app and on Facebook. So wave hi.
Hey.
Hey. All right. So we've got, just a couple minutes before our jam ambassador, Davy Nefos, gets the stage filled with a whole brand new band of strangers. So tell our listeners who you are.
I'm Michel Boyer. I'm a Seattle native. I was born here, raised here, and grew up and been playing music my whole life. Specifically focusing on original music, and I really like blues type guitar, and this is one of my things. And this is one of my things here coming to this jam because it's so original, and because every single song is created right on stage in the moment, and it's something my friends and I used to do as an opening song for our set. And it's really wonderful to come to a jam like this and get together with so many wonderful musicians and make something beautiful happen in the moment.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So one of your cohorts, at least one of the projects that you're involved in, Thaddeus, popped in a little earlier, and he couldn't hang out. He had another commitment, but he promised to be back 2 weeks from now. But tell us a little bit about that project.
Yeah, it's kind of an experimental EDM, and he's incorporating live musicians with EDM music, and it's very unusual, and it's kind of fun to be a part of that project.
Right on. Do you have anything else going on that you want to tell people about right now?
Right now, I'm just in a recording phase right now, so I'm hoping to get something together by next year about this time. So. Looking forward to something real good. So. All
right. So do you have any public online presence that you'd like to share?
No, I'm just on Facebook.
And
I'm an old guy.
But and I mean that's what MoJam community is about, though. Obviously you're a seasoned player.
Yeah.
You're committed. You're MoJamly. You're a regular. You're here like pretty much every week, and you have been for a few years now.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great thing. I have a little girl, and it's hard to get out sometimes, and Monday nights was kind of a thing for me, so it was a good night to kind of get away from it all and do something cool.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you being here and, being such a reliable player, and we can always depend on you bringing a good sound to the stage.
Well, I think I'm going to jump down there right now and do a little bit of that.
Okay, well, you better run real quick.
No, I'm going to walk.
Okay, fine. There's a joke about that somewhere.
Oh, yeah, there is. I know it.
All right, well, we'll let you go to it. Thank you, Michael.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll keep an eye on you. In the meantime, we can take to the stage because the vocalist is taking it away, and I guess Michael's going to go jump in.
I don't know how to say looking, but what's right? It never talks to me, and if we what we were meant to be. Try that again. The sunlight hurts my eyes, oh, and I can't talk to you. Nobody told me the answers to oh, time to flee. To measure up to the music takes me. I wonder when. Don't know. Your brains are mine. I hide in your hair and look into your spirit. Energetically, you belong to me, and sonically, we'll master things. My spirit lies inside your eyes. The flowers are a good surprise. Your flowers are something you gave. You never know before you play, and I realize that I'm alone. I'm alone. Breaking apart inside your mind. I like to play with you. Inside your mind, inside your mind. We play the light so right, so exotic. Do 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 do. The only place that I will wait, my sweet replacement for your mind. I had to start from behind, from the line. All right, keys, give me something. You're sleeping. It's got a replacement. It's on a spaceship. It's got a Luke, I can't hear you. Inside your mind, I have retired. Inside your mind, skin's gotta run. Gotta recognize.
That's good and nasty.
Give it up, give it up, give it away. Give it up and give it away. Give it away. To see what's inside, inside your mind. All your bad habits, if only you'd grab it, just might let you have it. It's not the rabbit, just play your gambit. You're the loser this time. Inside your mind, can I please see what's inside? Can I please just take some time? I promise I'll be nice this time. This time. Promise I'll be nice. I promise
Well, all right. So while that is a very hot jam, we only have a couple minutes left, and I definitely wanted to take a second to find out who these two strangers are who just came in and took over the MoJam stage. Eric and Erin, hi. 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 So you just have to read lips. I'm sorry. We talked about he was going to stand there and smile. See, he's doing that. Oh, okay. You can at least hear now, so that way you can share the microphone. All right, awesome. So we have just a couple minutes. Where'd you all come from? Talk right into the microphone.
We came from the rain up in Marysville.
All right. And you just said that you were watching some of our videos. Is that what brought you out tonight?
Yeah, I was watching some of the videos last night. I just joined a Funk Jam, Northshore Band. We're going to be playing here September 21st, opening up for Lyrics Born. And I just figured I'd come and check it out and get to know the stage and meet some people and get to know this beautiful lady who's sitting right here.
Oh, so sweet. So what's the name of the group that you're going to be playing with?
Northshore Band.
Northshore Band, yes. And it's going to be happening here at Nectar Lounge, right?
It's going to be something. It's going to be a lot of fun. You come out and check us out.
Okay, well, let's make sure that you share that information with MoJam Presents so that we can let people know about that, right? Any other projects that you're involved in?
This is really the only project I'm very committed in. I write a lot of my own music, but North Shore Band is where it's at for us right now.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to find some of your own individual music, does it exist out there someplace where they can find it?
It's hiding so that no one can find it at the moment.
Okay, rebranding. All right, so Eric, what about you? What's your background? What were you playing up there?
I was playing drums tonight.
Okay, and did you also just join North Shore Band?
I did not. No, I'm just here. I'm here for moral support.
Okay.
I just know how to play drums. I don't claim to be a musician, but I'm here to support my wife.
All right, so either of you, we have just a minute left. So tell us about your first MoJam's experience, though.
I'm going to let you take that one.
It was unreal. Everyone here is super nice. The vibe here is unlike any jam I've ever been to in my life so far. It was awesome. It was unbelievable.
All right. So Erin, fresh with North Shore Band, and husband Eric, who's also a drummer. So hopefully we'll get to see more of you, some Mo of you at MoJam's.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's take it back to the stage and close this out. And thanks for staying tuned. You can follow MoJam Presents on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and our Facebook. And next week we're going to be here at Nectar, but it's going to be a best of episode on RainierAvenueRadio.world. So stay tuned for that. Let's take it to the stage for the last second here. Well, all right. This is KZ, Media Director for MoJamMondays, and I was hoping to get Davy up here, the Jam Ambassador, but you can hear him on the mic, and he is standing by the sign-up board to the left of the stage, where he's been collecting names of musicians all night who are walking in and just signing up and getting put up together randomly. And we've got our featured artist, Michel Boyer, back up on stage. We'll get to hear just a minute more of him before we close out this episode. We've got OG MoJammer Joey Walbaum getting up on keys, and I am not knowing that singer right off the top of my head, but hey, that guitarist that we talked to a little bit earlier, David Lee, is also getting up on stage. So you can catch us every Monday at Nectar Lounge in Fremont, Seattle. And you can also tune in to RainierAvenueRadio.world from 10 to 11 p.m. every Monday. You will always get a fresh episode. And then stay tuned because, if you're not Pacific time, it might be a little bit late for you to catch it, but you can catch us usually 6 o'clock on Fridays and maybe one other time during the week. And that's the end of week 242. This is our 33rd episode, and we are out. And Mo would be mad if I didn't say MoJam is Yo Jam.